I need to speak to Ruth, but before I can speak to Ruth, I need to speak to Lacrate Craft. Ruth apparently has locked herself up in her room.
The Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning is currently off limits to non-essential order personnel.
Okay, got it. Enola Craft.
A visitor. It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do seem to have a slight propensity for stabbing randomly with my tools when interrupted, but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away.
Yeah, I received a message that Ruth was indisposed and to speak with you in her stead.
What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he hasn't seen fit to notify me about. A more cynical exemplar might posit his doing this to be intentional. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support, which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual in Arcadia.
I'm the most important person in Arcadia. Okay, well, in that case, I'd better find a way to make myself useful to her.
You either already know that the Order is the sole institution capable of saving Arcadia, or you're particularly inclined to ingratiate yourself to me. Either is acceptable. The corporate invaders will suck Arcadia of its resources and cast it to the wind. And the Protectorate are no better than machines. Moreover, once we solve the universal equation, it will benefit all of humanity. You, me, everyone. No more suffering. No more doubt.
No more doubt, because I doubt that shit. Look, I haven't decided how I feel yet. I just want to talk to Ruth.
Well, I hope you'll see in time. There is a task of pivotal importance to the Order, but I cannot entrust it with just any come-by-chance outsider. As head of the Order's exemplars, it's my responsibility to assess whose aims upon Ruth may be malicious. Prove yourself to me first, then we may discuss the rest.
What the fuck? Laugh condescendingly? Yeah, sure. Who are you, really? What the fuck? What? Okay. Oh, because she's young, yet she's in charge of the army. That's why I would be saying, who are you, really? Okay, well, just tell me what I have to do to gain your trust.
To the point. Very well. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton, which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there.
They do get caught off guard a lot. Well, I can deal with these cultists if it means earning the Order's trust.
I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the equation's confines.
We should collect Azza from the ship first. Unless you don't want the benefits of her inside knowledge of the cult.
Well, honestly, I wish I would have known we were going to talk about the cult here, because then I would have brought her for this conversation. But yes, I was going to go get her from the ship, because we don't need Inez for this.
I always find I work best when undistracted. One could say I find the cultist at Newton quite the interruption to my focus. Now, how might we be of use to one another?
Okay, hold on. Before I finish your conversation with you, let me go get Azza. Maybe she'll say something. Yeah, if I would have known it was going to be Azaz or the cultists, I would have. I knew the cultists were on this planet or this moon. This moon has everybody, every faction, whereas Praetor does not. So I should have been running around with Azza, and I have been running around with Azza. She just hasn't had anything other than like for Tristan's quests is the only thing she's been talking about or chiming in on. And so I put her up because this main quest line involves Auntie's Choice and the Order. So I have companions who are Auntie's Choice and the Order. Finally, something that involves Azza.
You bring a cultist into my presence? I hope this isn't a sign you've lost your nerve. Or are you planning on removing the cultists from Newton one at a time, like this one here? I was expecting different results.
Cultists in Newton? As much as I'd welcome the bloodshed, it may be wise for me to avoid members of the Dawn until I get their treachery sorted.
Well, I had a few things I wanted to ask you about.
I scarcely take time to engage in idle conversation, but perhaps this will be illuminating in some fashion.
We've already done this quest, but you know anything about people in Laplace's garden being drugged via the water supply?
Who told you about that?
Like I'd give up my source to you.
Were there an experiment being conducted here involving any kind of medicament? Confirming its existence would compromise it. The theoretical existence or non-existence of Order experiments are strictly within the Order's purview. It doesn't concern you.
You kind of already outed it when you said who told you about that. Well, speech of 7, it's going to be a lot harder to work with the Order if something nefarious is occurring.
It's not nefarious. It's a waste of time. But fine, you've made your point. We are standing in the experiment. Laplace's garden was built as a scholar's utopia, with this drug perspective as its regulating reagent. This was supposedly to aid us in deciphering the equation. One would think that an organization at active war would have more pressing responsibilities than a scholar's paradise. But surely, I'm only a pessimist.
And if I did it right, I believe I talked him into canceling the experiment. So it should no longer be going on after this point. So what's that broken contraption on the table in front of you?
Specifically, a phlogistinated firearm, capable of tunneling through reinforced armor. Broadly, weaponry, research, anything capable of giving our exemplars an edge.
Well, with the guns of 3, I know my way around guns. Pretty sure I could fix that.
Great. I was just thinking, I'd love for a stranger to come along and patronize me so I could blindly hand them experimental Order technology.
You've known the presiding bishop for a while, right? What do you think of her?
I have nothing but respect for Ruth. Without her guidance, the Order may never have found the strength to dissolve its protectorate bonds. If I had to dig for the smallest critique, I'd note that she shoulders too much. If she collapses beneath the strain, the Order will be rudderless. This we cannot afford.
All right, that's enough. Let's talk business.
I generally prefer to keep discussions relevant.
All right, bye. They don't seem to acknowledge your existence, Marisol. None of the higher-ups here seem to get that you are the end point. Go around it. I don't know why you can't just walk around certain stuff. Oh wait, is this gonna lead me to Ruth without having to do the quest? I don't want to go to Ruth. Okay, did this give me a new quest? A study in disruption. Laureate Craft has tasked you with clearing out the violent cultists who have taken over the town of Newton. This will no doubt function as a good first step towards proving your loyalty to the Order. This is... Okay, well, it's called Newton. Say this is the first normal-ish name that a place has had, but I get it's called Newton because of Isaac Newton. But I mean, still. All these other locations are like Laplace's lap or whatever. Right, and it's right here. Oh, this is part of the main story area. I didn't go up there, but... But I did see that it was on both sides, the roads were full of, the things. Some aerosol?
If x is the square root of negative,
May all
And...
There's anything worse than my former fellow protectorate subjects, it's corporate toadies. Such as?
nothing. Hopefully my health gets back by the time we reach the top. Oh, I do have my snipey. You put it up. I really feel like it should put the gun away faster when I hold it down. Like, look, holding it down now. Wait, no. Holding it down now. Good. So this is what I saw, and then I didn't go any further. Main source. Main source.
I'll handle this.
Wrist weapon! This might sting. A lot. Step aside, swine.
Okay. These are Order members. These aren't cultists. Excuse me, as I just walk through you. And I have engineering. Let's unjam. Nope. Unjam the door. It's just gonna, yep. It's placed there in a way to make you think that, oh, hey, look at that gun. But I knew it was just gonna be a basic gun.
Yeah. Looks like we'll need that rift modulator from Praetor that DeVries mentioned to proceed.
To Newton? Unlock this with a lockpick of 4, or I can explode it. Well, we'll lockpick it. Trench gun and a suit of that Jar Jar Binks armor. There's a generator in there. Okay. So I think she is telling me that I can't proceed without the item. Which... a little annoying. Another order member.
Commander, glorious dawn up ahead. Probably best to turn back until I've sorted whatever treachery has undermined my status within the ranks. I'd welcome the bloodshed, but that's not going to get me my answers.
So she's telling me I can't do this quest, so I have to do a different quest first. I mean, I can, but obviously I shouldn't if I want to get the best outcome for her quest. I guess I'll talk to her and then I'll go get... I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing next.
What? Sorry. Caught me lost in my upper story.
There's something you wanted to converse on?
What was it you were saying about the glorious dawn in Newton?
Simply that as much as I'd welcome the bloodshed, it may be wise for me to avoid members of the Dawn until I get their treachery sorted.
If we're bound next for Newton, might be wise for Azza to head back to the ship.
Though I'd also point out that if I can resolve my problems with the Glorious Dawn, then I may be more effective in Newton. Whether that be through diplomacy or killing.
Okay, well, I think you should stay with the group for now, and we will go figure your thing out.
Excellent. Let the killing commence.
Hold on, gotta turn it back on. Oh. So I don't think I can do anything else. Oh, I forgot to do this. I dealt with the cultists. Return to craft. So I killed them as for Az's questline. I think there might have been a way to not kill them, because I've learned that there were other camps I could have gone to that then would have progressed Az's quest line. But I don't want to go back and undo stuff. So, yeah, I'll just let him die. Because I was here, and while I was here, I read a note that says south of Newton was another camp. So somewhere down here, probably this location that I haven't gone to. And then there was one I discovered on Praetor. But yeah, I'll just kill them. They're cultists. Az is fine with it, I'm fine with it. If I didn't choose every flaw, then yeah, I would have talked it out. But I chose every flaw I got, so I had to live with the choices I have, or with the things that I'm forced to deal with. Enola?
Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order.
Well, Newton has been clean. Not a cultist still alive over there.
I shall allow myself a moment of relief. Moment passed. I'd hoped killing the cultists was its own reward. But you may also take this. You've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One I must meet directly. Can I count on you?
Okay, so we finished that quest, and you're about to give me another one.